Hi, and welcome back to Regulate Your Nervous System. I am Maria Brown. And today's podcast, if you have done all of the work, therapy, mindset work, journaling, and you're still feeling stuck, this podcast is for you. So stick around.
Hey, it's Maria Brown. Turn the volume up now. We're dialing in your day from the inside out. Regulate your nervous system. Let's go. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the rhythm. Oh, from stress to steady, watch you listen and grow with Maria Brown on the mind body flow. Regulate your nervous system.
So welcome back. I'm really excited to talk to you today about Bodyset before mindset. I feel like it's the piece to healing, especially healing trauma, that nobody really talks about. We talk a lot about mindset, but not that much about Bodyset. And for me, it's all about Bodyset. I was going back and reading The Body Keeps the Score. I was reading some of my favorite chapters in there from Dr. Bessel van de Kolk. There's one line in there that always resonates with me, and I'm going to read it to you. So it's trauma is not just an event that took place sometime in the past. It is also the imprint left by that experience on the mind, the brain, and the body. And for me, that's exactly what it was all about. I was doing talk therapy, trying to move through post-traumatic stress disorder, and we were always in our head. We were always discussing patterns. We were discussing feelings, but we were talking about them, not working with them. I feel like there was healing going on, but I didn't feel like I was moving the energy that's associated with trauma and grief, right? So most people who go through trauma, they go through periods of grief as well. And there are so many people who go through grief that it may not necessarily be trauma, but it may be traumatic like events that have happened in their lives. And so it's really important to connect with the body. And because healing doesn't just live in our thoughts, it is embodied in our organs, our tissues, our cells. And it's so important to acknowledge where that is in the body and to somatically move that energy through different techniques that I've learned along the way. And I can't wait to share some of them with you. And so talk therapy is really powerful. It gives you insights into patterns, limiting beliefs, into moving through some of the shame and blame that you may be placing on yourself, some of the negative thoughts in your head. So it's really powerful in really understanding that and organizing that information in a way that you can feel into the next step and know where you are in your journey. But the thing is, your nervous system doesn't really respond well to logic. It responds to movement, rhythm, breathing, to shifting your nervous system. When we get out of our head and we get into our body, we can move through energy in a way that allows for healing to happen at a totally different level. And when you combine somatic practices with therapeutic practices, talk therapy, it is magnified tenfold, can really help the healing journey move along. And so in my mind, there's two main pathways to healing. One is top down, which is head to body, and the other one is bottom up, which is body to the brain. And so it's almost like a wave. And so I want to simplify what's happening in your brain connected to your nervous system. If you are in fight or flight or freeze mode and your sympathetic nervous system has been activated, your amygdala, which is the fear center in your brain, is highly stimulated, highly active. And what happens is the prefrontal cortex, which is where clarity and good decision making, creativity, and focus come from, that all shuts down. So when we can regulate our nervous system through breath work, through movement, through different somatic practices, we can shift all of that. We can actually suppress the amygdala and reverse that fear center from being activated, and we can allow for the prefrontal cortex to take over and allow for that inspired and creative action to occur and get a lot of clarity and focus and some energy and make good decisions. And this is why I teach body set before mindset. And I'm going to bring you through a couple of practices right now. Rhythmic breathing is always a great way to start because it connects the brain with the body. It establishes brain-heart coherence and it slows down the breath. So think about it when you're in fight or flight, you're breathing rapidly, you're breathing through the mouth or very shallowly through the chest area, your blood pressure goes up, your heart rate goes up, your heart rate variance goes down, and our eyes dilate and we get thirsty and our digestive system shuts down. There's just so many things that happen so that we can escape, we can survive, right? And if we connect to the body first, if we regulate the body first, mindset then is a pretty easy pathway. We can choose how we want to show up in the world. So the first thing is rhythmic breathing and doing it correctly, making sure that the belly is expanding and contracting and slowing it down, starting off with the 4-4, then going to 5-5, 6-6, 7-7. Very easy to do as long as you're breathing in through the nose and exhaling either through the nose or through the mouth. The longer the exhales get, it's easier to control if you're doing it through pursed lips as if blowing through a straw. The second one I love, it's a combination of breathing in through the nose and then exhaling with a hum. And so hums extend that exhale. If you take longer inhales and long hums on the exhale, not only are you doing that 1 to 2 breath, like that 4-8 breath or the 5-10 breath, but you are also directly activating the vagus nerve through the humming and stimulating the whole cranial area in your brain. So that's a really powerful one to do. And then the last one that I really love is movement with the breath, allowing the breath to guide. And it's just an inhale for 2 and an exhale for 2. We're going to move the arms out. So it's going to be inhale, arms out and up, and then exhale, arms down and all the way down. So it looks like this. Do that 10, 15, 20 times, and you will be energized at the same time you will be relaxed. So those are 3 of my favorite resets for reducing the activity in the amygdala and promoting more activity in the prefrontal cortex and allowing my nervous system to regulate. Once my body is set, then I'm thinking clearly, I've got creative and inspired action that I'm about to take, and I have more focus. So that's exactly where I want to be, and mindset just follows. Healing really isn't about fixing anything. It's just allowing the nervous system to recognize that any threat has passed, and you have complete control as to how your day will play out. You can start with somatic practices, get your body in the right set, and then you have the ability to choose the path for mindset for the day. So if this podcast resonated with you, if there's value that you found in anything that I've shared with you, share it with others who you think can benefit from it, and subscribe and like it and ask me questions, comment. I love to communicate and interact with people who are watching it and have questions or comments. You can also follow me on social media. All of the platforms are Maria Brown Breathwork. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, another YouTube channel. And there's all different techniques for regulating your nervous system. I post to most of those platforms daily. And you can also learn more on my free Wednesday webinars that are the first 3 Wednesdays of every month. All of the links are in my link tree, and you can register and show up and learn something new. You can coach with me, you can come to my retreats. There's all kinds of information. You'll find it in the link tree. And until next time, know that the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to the world is to regulate your nervous system. So I will see you in the next podcast. Thank you for being with me today. I'm truly grateful to be here with you.
Hey, it's Maria Brown. Turn the volume up now. We're dialing in your day from the inside out. Regulate your nervous system. Let's go. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the rhythm. Oh, from stress to steady, watch you listen and grow with Maria Brown on the mind body flow. Regulate your nervous system.